Okay, bonjour. Welcome to your lesson 12 quiz prep. It is much the same as every other one of these I've done, so no need for an introduction. At the top, you've got your Quizlet. Then there's a listing section, 6 questions. It's the same that they've all been. Next section is called La Bonne Quantité. And in this section, you just need to make sure you know those quantity expressions like litre de, kilo de, all of those that I gave you in a row, like everything you need to know while grocery shopping, a box of, une boîte de, etc. And what kinds of things logically belong in those containers. The way this section is I give you like 1 kilo de, and then 3 options. So like 1 kilo de pomme, 1 kilo de lait, 1 kilo de eau, right? And so only one of those things, apples, milk, water, could come in a kilo. So you have to choose the one that matches. So apples is the only one of those you can buy in a kilo. The next section is the dialogue that's been in a lot of your quizzes where you're choosing between 2 options to fill in the blank in a dialogue. Same thing, you need to know some of these quantity ones. You also need to know the beaucoup de, trop de, assez de. That was in the second part of that video about quantity expressions. You need to know all of those. And when you use like beaucoup or trop by themselves and they're not followed by de. For this section, you also need to know how to use il faut, which was in our last video. Then, our sentences. I did the practice a little differently this time. So you're going to write 4 sentences that all use il faut to describe what someone must or must not do to reach the goals I'm going to give you. So they're listed: pour rester en forme, pour avoir de bonnes notes, pour être heureux, pour être populaire. And these are in the question on the quiz, so you'll be able to just copy and paste these first parts, but then there'll be a comma and then il faut after all of them, and I went ahead and I put il faut in for you. Il faut, il faut, il faut. So all you have to do is choose an infinitive and like rest of the sentence that would make sense with whatever goal you're trying to reach. So pour rester en forme, to stay in shape, il faut, and then whatever is necessary to stay in shape. But remember, it has to be followed by an infinitive. You could also change it to il ne faut pas. So if there's something you shouldn't do to stay healthy, you could also do that. It doesn't have to be il faut, it could be il ne faut pas. Up to you, whichever is easier. Often you won't be able to just write an infinitive. You'll have to write kind of an infinitive and some words, right, to make the sentence make sense. But that's it. That is the quiz. If you have any questions, send me an email. If you feel like you need more practice on anything, send me an email. And au revoir.